Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something that sounds almost too simple to be true. But trust me, it's one of the most effective and sustainable ways to manage your weight. We're not talking about crazy diets, starving yourself, or cutting out entire food groups. We're talking about a small, simple adjustment, reducing your daily calorie intake by just 300 to 500 calories. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Only 300 calories? How can that make a difference? Well, let's do the math. A pound of fat is roughly equivalent to 3,500 calories. If you create a deficit of 500 calories per day, that's 3,500 calories in a week. That means you could potentially lose about a pound a week just by making this small change. And if you go for a 300 calorie reduction, you're still looking at a steady, manageable loss of over half a pound a week. The beauty of this approach is its sustainability. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Slow and steady progress is what leads to lasting results, not a quick fix crash diet that you'll abandon in a week. It's about building healthy habits that stick. So, how do we actually do this without feeling deprived? The key is to start by understanding your current habits. You don't have to become a calorie counting expert overnight, but for the first few days, try to get a rough idea of what you're currently eating. You can use a simple app or just a notebook. This isn't about judging yourself, it's about gathering data. You might be surprised to find where those extra calories are hiding. Maybe it's the creamer and sugar in your coffee, the handful of chips you grab in the afternoon, or the extra serving of pasta at dinner. Once you know where the calories are coming from, you can start making smart, targeted swaps. Let's break down some practical, super easy examples of how to cut 300 to 500 calories from your day. We'll start with breakfast. Do you love your morning latte? A large latte from a coffee shop can easily pack 250 to 300 calories, especially if it's flavored with syrup. Instead, try regular coffee with a splash of milk and maybe a sugar-free sweetener. Or if you make it at home, you have even more control. Switching from whole milk to skim milk or a plant-based alternative like unsweetened almond milk can save you a significant number of calories. Another common breakfast pitfall is sugary cereals or pastries. A single donut can be 300 calories or more. Swap that for a bowl of oatmeal with berries and a sprinkle of cinnamon. It's more filling, packed with fiber, and far lower in calories. You've just saved yourself a couple hundred calories and set yourself up for a much more energetic morning. Now, let's talk about lunch. This is where mindless eating can often take over, especially if you're busy at work. That deli sandwich on thick white bread with mayo and cheese? It can easily be over 600 calories. A simple swap is to ask for it on whole wheat bread or even better, as a salad or a wrap. Skip the creamy, high-fat dressings like ranch or Caesar and opt for a vinaigrette or just some lemon juice and olive oil. Or instead of that giant sandwich, how about a hearty bowl of lentil soup and a side salad? You'll feel just as full, but you'll have saved hundreds of calories. Another huge culprit is soda. A single can of regular soda has about 150 calories and zero nutritional value. Switch that to water, sparkling water with a slice of lemon or unsweetened iced tea. Do that twice a day and you've already cut 300 calories without changing any of your food. It's that simple. Dinner is another great opportunity for easy swaps. Are you a pasta lover? Me too, but a huge plate of pasta with a heavy cream sauce can be a real calorie bomb. You don't have to give it up, just make a few tweaks. First, watch your portion size. A standard serving of pasta is about 1 cup cooked. Many of us eat 2 or 3 times that amount. Try measuring it out once to see what a real portion looks like. Then, instead of a cream-based sauce, go for a tomato-based marinara. You can load it up with vegetables like zucchini, bell peppers, and mushrooms to make it more filling and nutritious. Or even better, try swapping half of your pasta for spiralized zucchini noodles. You still get the pasta experience, but you've dramatically cut the calories and added extra veggies. Another tip for dinner is to change the composition of your plate. Try to fill half your plate with non-starchy vegetables, a quarter with lean protein like chicken or fish, and a quarter with your carbohydrate like rice or potatoes. This visual cue makes it easy to control portions and prioritize nutrient-dense, lower-calorie foods. And what about snacks? This is where so many of us get into trouble. That mid-afternoon energy slump hits, and we reach for a bag of chips, cookies, or a candy bar. A standard bag of potato chips can be 200 to 300 calories. A candy bar is about the same. What if instead you reached for an apple with a tablespoon of peanut butter or a small handful of almonds or a Greek yogurt? These options are not only lower in calories, but they also provide protein and fiber, which will actually keep you full and satisfied until your next meal. It's not about avoiding snacks. It's about snacking smarter. Plan ahead. Keep healthy options readily available at your desk or in your bag, so you're not tempted by the vending machine. A little bit of preparation can make all the difference in the world. Let's also think about how we cook. The way you prepare your food can add or subtract hundreds of calories. For example, frying your chicken or fish can add a ton of extra calories from the oil. Instead, try baking, grilling, steaming, or air frying. You'll get a delicious result with a fraction of the fat and calories. When you're sauteing vegetables, use a light spray of cooking oil or just a small teaspoon of olive oil instead of pouring it straight from the bottle. These small changes in cooking methods might seem minor, but they add up significantly over the course of a day and a week. Be mindful of sauces, dressings, and condiments too. A couple of tablespoons of barbecue sauce or ketchup can add 50 to 100 extra calories of sugar. Look for low-sugar versions or use herbs, spices, lemon juice, and vinegar to add flavor without the extra calories. The most important thing to remember is to be patient and kind to yourself. You don't have to be perfect. If you have a day where you eat more than you intended, it's not a failure. It's just one day. Don't let it derail your entire week. Just get back on track with your next meal. This journey is about progress, not perfection. The goal is to build a healthier relationship with food and create habits that you can maintain for the long term. This small, consistent calorie deficit is the secret to achieving your goals without feeling miserable. It's about making smart choices, not sacrifices. You can still enjoy the foods you love, just in a more mindful way. So let's recap. Start by getting a baseline of your current intake. Then identify a few easy swaps you can make. Maybe it's your morning coffee, your lunchtime soda, or your afternoon snack. Choose one or two things to start with. Once that feels natural, add another small change. Step by step, you'll reach that 300 to 500 calorie deficit without feeling overwhelmed. Remember to focus on whole foods, lean proteins, and lots of vegetables. Drink plenty of water and pay attention to your portion sizes. You've got this. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you found these tips helpful and motivating. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more content like this. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's one simple swap you're going to try this week? Let's support each other on this journey. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.